Hello. This movie will demonstrate the new capabilities in the current release of the Business Edition Premise product. That is release 8.1.1. To start with, we'll open up the GDemo portal and review the documentation for the demo. So we'll log in with my credentials. I will go to the Demos tab and choose the Business Edition Premise demo. We'll go to the Hosted tab and we will scroll down to see the new scenarios that are added. Everything from the original movie still applies. This movie is just supplemental to that to demonstrate the two new additional scenarios. Release 8.1.1 of the product added in the ability to process inbound chats, scenario number 6, and outbound campaigns, scenario number 7. So let's go down to inbound chat and review that very quickly. This scenario can be used to demonstrate the default chat processing capabilities of the product. The routing strategy is set up to route the calls or route the incoming chats to a specific agent group, and for our demo scenario, that is defined as the all agents agent group. It's a very basic demonstration of chat, but this is the functionality in the product. So to begin with, let's start up, open up one of our agents. Now again, all these agents are contained in the all agents agent group, so any one of these agents will work to demonstrate chat. So we'll open up C. Bronte, a member of the licensing agent group. While C. Bronte is coming up, we will also go out and there are shortcuts to the chat client. We have a default chat client installed on the image for you to show how the chats are initiated from the customer side. That link is available either from the bookmarks bar in Google Chrome, or you can open it from the shortcuts list. We'll just go to Chrome and we'll open up a new tab and open up the chat client. Okay, the chat client's opened. It looks like our agent is up and running, and we can see that he is available by default on chat. We have this configured to automatically make the agents ready when the client comes up for all three medias that it's available to processing. So we'll scoot this over to get it out of our way a little bit. Now the demo documentation walks you through the process of submitting a chat. You start IWS for the agent, log in and go ready. We've already done that, or it's done for us. We've opened the chat client, and now we're going to enter information into the chat page that will be submitted to the system. So we're going to use a customer of Joe customer who is pre-configured in the system. So we'll go to the chat page. We will enter Joe customer and his email address. And then to submit the chat, we will just hit the live chat, click the chat button. A chat screen is displayed for the client, and we see our chat come into the system and is routed to Craig Bronte, our agent, and we will accept that, and then we have an active chat session going on. Now you can demonstrate, just the interaction between the customer and the client. Type in as much information as you want, etc. You can also demonstrate the ability to push URLs to the customer. So we'll come in here and we'll just type in yahoo.com just for something simple. We can see that the URL is pushed to the client. Now the client can open the URL by clicking in it directly. It opens into another page, etc. So you can demonstrate how the URLs are pushed, etc. back and forth between the client. To end the conversation, let's go back and find our chat window. We will just we'll hit disconnect. We'll say bye-bye. We'll send it, and we will disconnect. After that, we can set a disposition code. Maybe we upsold the customer, and we will mark the interaction done. That is scenario 6 of the demo, demonstrating how chats can be routed. We can also see in our reporting, there's some reports in chat. Let's see, we probably should have started this beforehand. Let's open up Pulse. It's automatically logging in for us. We've got it set up to do that. If for some reason you log out or something, the user login information is defined on the demo info text page. We can come in and we've opened this up. Now we need to, we'll send another chat through so we can see it pegged to the inbound chat count. We'll go back to our chat client. Our agent is still ready. We will send another email in, or another chat request in. It's routed to the agent again. We'll answer it. Send a few texts back and forth, send some data back and forth. Okay, and then we will end it. Mark it done. And go back to our Pulse. And we'll see that we're getting chats pegged to the, we've got 2 of them in now. Okay, so the first one did get counted. I wasn't sure if it was going to get counted or not, but so there we have our, we can see our two chats come in. We can see Craig logged in, ready to go. And also in the GI2 reporting, after a short period of time, giving it time to pull the data in and such, you will be able to see this same information in that report. So that is scenario 6, processing an inbound chat. Now, scenario 7. The system now has the ability to process outbound campaigns. So we've added this into our demo. For this scenario, we also need IWS started up, and there are some configurable parameters for this for outbound campaign in the system. So let's go back to here and let's go out and open up GAX. And we will go and review the operational parameters available for this. So if we go to Operations, Parameter Groups, there's a parameter group designated as 7000, which is for the outbound campaign. We can tell that by just reviewing the, if I can get this slide over for us. We can see this is the outbound distribution template. So this operational parameter group is based on this, which tells us this is a outbound campaign parameter. So basically, they give us a few parameters to configure here, not many, but basically you can identify which target, which is an agent group you want the outbounds routed to, and the target timeout, 15 seconds. And you can also specify a voice, an overflow target, which is where if nobody in this is available, the call will be routed, the default routing basically for this system. So we can see that we're routing to all agents the same as we did chats. So, and we know that Craig Bronte is in this group, so he is eligible for taking outbound calls. So to configure this, we need to open up Genesys Administrator. So let's go to this page and let's open up Genesys Administrator. We've got its system set up to automatically log in. If for some reason you log out and you need to log back in, again, the information to do so is in the text file on the desktop, demoinfo.txt. So this is logging into Genesys Administrator. We'll wait for that to log in, and we can also see that our workspace, we are ready on voice. So Craig Bronte will be routed the outgoing call when the time comes. So we'll wait for this to log in. Okay, now to initiate the outbound campaign, we need to go to Operations, and we have select a campaign to load. We have one campaign defined in the system called Outbound Campaign. You need to select that and open it. You also need to select the Outbound Contact Server. We have one in the system, OCS. Select that. Now connect to it. Now you need to load the campaign. And notice that we're notified, our IWS client is notified that the campaign has been loaded. And now we will start the campaign. Okay, the campaign has been started. Now one thing that we need is we need to put a number in our calling list. By default, there's no numbers in the calling list, so we need to add one in. So we'll come in and we will select the calling list to add the number to. We have one calling list defined in the system. Select that. Then we will insert a record into this so that the outbound campaign will contact this call. Now, the contact info number. For this number, we have the system configured to where it will dial a remote number. To do so, a remote domestic number, you enter the prefix 91 and then the area code and the 10-digit phone number that you want to call. So for this scenario, we'll call my local phone. So I'll enter my office number. And also notice the daily time information here. Okay, the campaign is set up to run between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, the current time on the system is 9:22, and this is I am in Central Standard Time. So since I'm doing this fairly early in the day, I will need to go out and modify this value to get the actual call to be processed. So make note of this when you're, whatever time zone you're in, you'll need to realize that you may need to change this information to get the actual call picked up by the outbound campaign. There's also two fields that you can enter data into to show the ability to push data to the client. So we'll enter some data in here, and we'll enter some data in here, and I will show you how that's pushed to the client later. So this is just to demonstrate standard outbound campaign stuff here. So we'll hit OK. Okay, the calling list has been entered. The record has been entered into the calling list. So now outbound campaign will pick this up and we'll process it at some point in the near future. So here it comes. I can hear my phone ringing now. I will answer the call. Now the call is picked up. Now the call is routed to the agent. I'll accept that on the agent side. And I've now got my outbound campaign set up. You can see the pieces of data that were entered in the record are pushed to the client. So we can, we're processing the call now. We'll set a disposition. We'll end the call. So now at some point in time we can end the call. We can set a disposition. We'll say we answered the call and we did an upsell, and mark it done. Now if we go back and refresh the calling list, we can see that the call result that we entered was passed back through to the calling record. Shows it is answered. We can also go over to our reports, and we can see that we had an outbound voice call processed. So that demonstrates the new functionality available in the latest release of the Business Edition Premise product. Scenario 6 and Scenario 7. Thank you.